Just a section of the huge crowd here today at Oran Park Raceway. The Shell Superbikes are out on the racetrack now. Always provide fireworks. Matthew Mladen has pole on the Kawasaki and Sean Giles alongside on the Ducati.
Row number 2, Kirk McCarthy on the Whitfield Honda and Jason McEwen on the Ducati.
Row 3, it looks like Peter Goddard on the Ansett Air Freight Suzuki and Martin Craggle alongside him on the Team Kawasaki ZXR.
Young Ben Archibald starts on row number 4 and Steve Martin on the Suzuki is alongside him.
Robbie Baird and Dave Emerson, the Honda and the Kawasaki, share row 5.
Row number 6 is Craig Sutcliffe and Philip Harper. Great to see Matt Mladen on pole. Boy, that's done it fairly tough. And also Andy Raymond, who's back from the Union and joins us. 7 days' time. Happily married man. Responsibility.
My last stint of freedom as I know it. Mladen, my wedding's the last thing on his mind at the moment. Great to see him back. And in pole position, he's got the Ducatis and the Hondas to deal with, and he looked good off the start. Position number 1, they head down the long main straightaway here at Oran Park. Side-by-side start.
Giles got away to a blinder as well, and the Suzuki boy was away even quicker. Tries to pick up the pieces again as they head down into the bottom turn. Archibald, young Ben, George Archibald's son, gets away smartly. That was a hell of a start from him as they go down to the right-hander.
Certainly was. Only qualified 7th yesterday, but that beautiful day-glow coloured Kawasaki ZXR leaping off the start, pinched the poleman Mladen and left the Ducatis and Hondas quivering in his wake. So a great start off the start. 7th position as he leads them around to the bridge for the first time.
We've seen that from Archibald on several occasions this year where he hasn't qualified, and perhaps as well as expected, but certainly made his presence felt in the opening stages as he's doing now. A rocky road to Mladen finds room on the inside, so the Kawasaki is the new race leader.
Hasn't he been pumped up since he's made his comeback? He's riding with a carbon fibre ankle brace on that damaged leg. I mean, it takes real guts to get back on these things, even when you're 100% fit. He's still strong. Oh, look at that, another one up the inside. One of the Dukes, is it?
McCarthy, I think, got up the inside.
So bike 6, McCarthy sneaks up on the inside. A great move there. Very brave move too, up to 2nd position. They fly past our 7 camera across the start-finish line to start the first of 8 laps in round 6 of the Shell Superbike Series. Look at Archibald, really committed here, down behind the screen. He's got Peter Goddard breathing down behind him.
He found himself under a little bit of pressure, 3/4 of a lap into the race, but he looked pretty sharp for those 3/4.
So Mladen in charge, McCarthy, that great move on the Honda in 2nd. Mladen in 3rd, Giles, Baird and Craggle fighting here.
Hasn't Goddard had a busy couple of weeks, of course. He was racing the Suzuka 8-hour last weekend. He was in fact the top placed Aussie, finishing 6th over there, so time on the bike is certainly not a problem for the Suzuki pilot here today.
He's the complete all-rounder. He's right up the freckle here of kind of bike 69. Benny Archibald, Peter Goddard doing a great job, putting Archibald under some pressure as they swing through here.
Benny's not mucking about. Oh, look at Goddard, just has a look up the inside, puts the wheels out on the ripple strip. That's a dangerous place to be on a motorcycle. He's on side by side as they come across the dogleg. Archibald still in control. Goddard tries to go deep under brakes. Very aggressive ride here from Archibald. Top qualifying privateer yesterday and showing a clean pair of heels to some of the factories here this morning.
Good battle early on. We get a nice shot as they come down the main straightaway, as Mark said. Plenty of action here. Joining us in the commentary box, Wayne Gardner. You know a little bit about the bikes. It's been a cracker to start with. Archibald away from the start. Mladen now controlling the race. A lot of fun on the 2 wheels around Oran Park.
Yes, it's looking very good. This is going to be a great race. It's a good start by the guys. It's a great circuit actually to ride around on a bike. It's got the fast corners, the slow corners, and I think a very challenging part of the circuit is the flip-flop, or what they call as the dog leg here. But I think it's a great circuit, and I love racing. Well, I love racing bikes here when I did.
No doubt Peter Goddard loving it at the moment. He's got Ben Archibald on bike number 69 right in front.
Sean Giles, the championship leader, bike 19, the Duke behind him. The new 916 has been unbeaten since they debuted that new Italian machine at Eastern Creek back in May. But at Oran Park, all of a sudden, he's down to the pack with a lot of work to do. Archibald, Kawasaki ZXR, by far the fastest, most powerful bike in the field. Tremendous top-end speed. Oh, and look at the bike's got a wiggle on as they come out of that corner. Up to 250 kilometres an hour down the straight here. Tremendous commitment from the Superbike riders. Benny Archibald in control. Goddard not being able to do anything about him on the Ansett Air Freight Suzuki. Ducati moves up for a bit of action. That's Giles, championship leader on the 916. 146 points over Goddard on 128. Kriegel on 127. So there's 3 riders still in with a big chance in this year's championship. But look at this tremendous battle. 5 laps down, 3 to go, and it's not overlet by a long shot. Archibald still hanging in there. The Ducati, as Wayne said, looks like a little 250. It's the smallest superbike you'll ever get your eyes on. A beautifully built machine.
Kirk McCarthy's one of the smallest superbike riders you'll ever see, so he thinks it's just fantastic. Robbie Baird is could be the real mover and shaker in this one. He started from position number 9, row number 3, and he's moved right up onto the tail of Goddard.
4 times world superbike champion, 1990, 91, 92, 94. And judging by Carl Fogarty's pace at Brands Hatch this weekend, looking right down the barrel of a world championship number 5. They really are a sensational motorcycle. The Japanese really have a battle on their hands. Robbie Baird, the Winfield Honda RVF, hasn't quite been a force this year. It has in previous years, the RC45, just showing the incredible development going on in world superbike competition in 95.
Certainly far from over. Mladen may have bolted. McCarthy a little ahead of this battle. But, please.
Please stay on it.
Please stay on it. Robbie Baird. Matt Mladen dictating the terms here at Oran Park today. Good to see him back. Spent a lot of time, I think 2 months in hospital, and pulled a few infections as well, and great to see him back out. There's Ben Archibald. Goddard pulling right up behind, and in Archibald's defence, Wayne, he 3 weeks ago he tore an anterior cruciate ligament in his left knee at Eastern Creek, whacking a ripple strip at about 260 k's an hour. So you can understand if he's a little tentative out there at the moment. Robbie Baird is keeping not only the commentators and the crowd and all you viewers at home fairly entertained with some of his antics.
They're on their last lap. Goddard, isn't he coming under fire from Baird? Look at Baird right on the limit of adhesion as he swings through Coca-Cola Corner, back under the bridge for the final time. And these 2 bikes very evenly matched, as you can see here. Goddard covering his tracks.
Robbie Baird is very spectacular to watch.
He's a real acrobat on the bike. He sort of reminds me a bit of Kevin Schwantz, who used to climb all over the bike as he raced it.
Very, very accurate bike. And as Andy says, his mother gave his mother a heart attack. He's given me a heart attack, and I'm sitting in the commentary box.
Look at that bike really wiggling as it snaps under power. About 160 horsepower they're trying to punch through the back tyres of these things. Really does put a twist through the frame, and he's riding that right on the ragged edge. Look at this, right up behind Goddard now. Final time.
This is going to be very interesting down into the flip-flop into the last corner between Robbie Baird and Goddard.
Here's our race leader, the comeback man, Matt Mladen, well in control. Looks over his shoulder, but there's no one there, Matt.
That's great.
Stitch this one up, yeah. Good on you.
Yes.
Gives the victory sign as he rolls across the line. A great win to Mladen. McCarthy should still be in second. And here's the battle. Archibald's still in control. Goddard under fire, but I don't think Baird's going to be able to do it in a straight line. So
I'm very pleased for Matthew. I mean, it's good to get his confidence back. It's great.
Looking at the Shell race scores, Superbikes, Matthew Mladen on the Kawasaki was first, Honda's Kirk McCarthy second, Robbie Baird, teammate of McCarthy third, Ben Archibald fourth, and Peter Goddard rounds out the 5.